Hello everybody, my name is Aaron. I would like to call myself a young investor and a future millionaire and definitely an entrepreneur. But anyways, ignore all that mumbo jumbo because I'm sure none of you guys here care about that. You guys came here to learn money, all right? So anyways, the only reason why I say that is because I'm not saying I'm not going to become a millionaire because I'm going to invest, I'm going to make some $1 trillion business idea. But the reason why I am going to be is because I know something very basic that anybody can do. The only thing you need in order to do it is discipline. Now, what that is, we're going to talk about today, and we're going to talk about investments at a very young age that can literally set you up for life. Now, this video is particularly meant for young people, so the numbers are going to be kind of, I guess you could say, low. But if you start off young, you're going to obviously start to do better as you age, and then these numbers, you'll be able to scale them and have a much more aggressive portfolio and get results way faster. So anyways, what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about turning our money into more money. Very simple. The simple concept of investing. So we're going to talk about, we're going to assume you're 18 because then you don't need your parents to sign on anything. But if you're not 18, that's fine. You can still open these accounts if your parents are supportive and they can sign on for you. So anyways, we're going to start off with the most basic thing, all right? So first thing you need in order to make money is pretty self-explanatory. You need an income. It can be from business, a job, whatever, anything, all right? So we're going to start very basic. So we're going to say you make $200 a week. It's very easy numbers. So you make $200 a week at your level entry job. And then we times this by 4 because there's 4 months. So there's 4 weeks in a month. And that gives us $800, right? You make $200 a week. Within 4 weeks, we'll have $800, right? Now this 800, when we multiply it by 12, gives us the amount of money we make in a year. That gives us $9,600. If we make $200 a week, if we make $800 a month, and we save all of our money, we'll have $9,600 in a year. We're not accounting for things like tax and inflation because that would just complicate the numbers. So anyways, we're just gonna keep it very simple. So we make $9,600 in a year. We're gonna have very realistic expectations because I spend money, you spend money. Everybody spends money. Very few people save every single dollar they make. It's very hard to live like that. And it's just like a whole new level of discipline and it's not very enjoyable. So we're gonna be very, very gifting, I guess. So we're gonna take this 9,600 and we're gonna say that we spend 66% of it. All right. So we're gonna divide this 9,600 by 3. That gives us 3,200. So we're left with $3,200 by the end of the year. This is how much money we saved. Now, if you were to just have this money sit inside of a savings account at probably a very low interest rate, you'd be lucky if you get 1% interest rate. This money literally is not growing at all. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how we can turn this 3,200 into millions. Now, I'm not saying this can happen overnight, but what we are gonna do though is we're gonna talk about investments, all right? So since we're young, we're gonna want to open up a Roth Ira, it's called. So basically, this is a very aggressive account that allows us to compound our dollars. So basically what compound means is imagine a stock basically. So it just, in the long term, it's going to go up because our interest is building on top of our interest. All right. So we're going to want to open a Roth IRA because this is non-tax money because you already pay tax on the money when you first receive it. You know how you get paid tax on it comes out of your paycheck. So because of that reason, you don't have to pay tax on a Roth IRA. If you end up holding the money, if you take it out early, you're gonna have a lot of late fees, stuff like that. So what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna get a Roth IRA, and you can put all $3,200 into your Roth IRA. I believe the max is roughly $6,000 you can put in a year. But we're young, so realistically, we're probably not gonna have that unless you ended up saving half of your paycheck, half of your yearly income of $9,600, which would be great. But we're gonna assume that you didn't, all right? So we're just gonna get the Roth IRA, and of that, we're going to put $3,200 in it, all right? So $3,200, and then we're gonna put this inside of a calculator over the period of 50 years, and we're gonna see how much money you'll have. All right, y'all, this is absolutely amazing. I'm gonna show the numbers on screen probably right here. But anyways, so what I did is I plugged these numbers into a calculator, right? A Roth IRA calculator. Just think about this, all right? So our initial investment, in order to open up our account, we had to deposit $100, all right? And then from there, we end up investing $3,200 a year. So our annual contribution is $3,200. We have an annual investment return of 6%. Our current age, we're just going to assume you're 18. If you're a little bit older, it's fine. The numbers will be very slightly different. So our annual investment, our current age is 18. Our retirement age is 65. The margin target tax rate is 25%. And the inflation rate is 3%. Right, so this is amazing. So from depositing $3,200 a year over the course of from our age 18 to 65, that money, that $3,200 a year, turned into roughly $773,000. That's amazing. So this is only 47 years. In 47 years, we only invested $150,000 roughly, I'm estimating. We turned this $150,000 into $734,000. Yes, we turned that money into $773,000. That is amazing. Literally free money, guys. I'm telling you. Like, you can't make this stuff up. Now, also, we're going to also talk about other things, such as, for example, Roth Ira is the safest way, I would say, to make money. But if you want, but also, there's also index funds. So basically what an index fund is, everyone knows about the stock market. The stock market is a very scary place. So, actually, I lied. I prefer mutual funds. Mutual funds are better, especially for younger people, because you don't have to worry about blowing your accounts. Because if you don't know what you're doing, it doesn't matter because you're paying a professional. So anyways, we're going to talk about mutual funds, all right? So basically what a mutual fund is a mutual fund is a collection of stocks created by like a bank or some kind of financial firm, and you pay them to invest your money for you. So it's like a brokerage program. But for example, I think at people I have my mutual fund through, I give them like $10. I give them 10% of every single time I invest money. So for example, if I invest $100, they get 10% of it at a very small exchange because they're making sure my money is going to stay safe. They know what they're doing. They've been doing this for 30 years, 30 plus years, 40 years. These guys know money. So anyways, what you do is the stock market, if you look at it in the long term, only goes up. Obviously, there's things like recessions and depressions, and it will always go down. But when the markets are down, you have to continue to invest because eventually the markets are going to go back up. And then you're like, well, what if the markets don't go back up? If the markets don't go back up, the entire world is doomed, simply put. And for that exact reason, they're going to go up. And if they don't, all else fails anyway. All right, y'all, listen to these numbers. I think these numbers are even more amazing, honestly, than the Roth IRA. All right, so within this investment calculator, also same thing, screen's me right here, you're going to see. So our initial investment is $100 per month. Okay, that's only $1,200 per year. This is even less than the Roth IRA. So we're depositing $1,200 per year for 50 years. And then obviously as you age, you're going to begin to make more money. So you can start to invest in more per month, which is going to give you even more money. But we're just going to assume, let's just say you made the same amount of money your entire life. If you only deposited $1,200 a year into a mutual fund, compounded annually at 8%, this will give you an astounding $722,000 in 50 years. That is amazing. And listen to this. This is with only an initial investment of $60,000. Total amount invested. That means over the 50 years, you only invested $60,000. And then $60,000 turned into $722,000. These numbers are amazing. If I told you right now, you could have $722,000 and all you had to do was save $100 a month, it would be a no-brainer. You're like, oh, of course, I can do that. So this is what I'm saying, y'all. Do whatever you can in your power to save your money. If you think you can't afford to have a Roth IRA and a mutual fund, it's perfectly fine. Just do one. Just do something. Don't let your money sit there and sit in a savings account and depreciate because there's inflation. So yeah, guys, what I'm telling you is very short notice, all right? So this is what you need to do. If you want to become a millionaire at a very young age, in the long term, You need to get a mutual fund. You need to get a Roth IRA. There's other form of investments, but these are the most basic ones you can get that don't require any thinking. All you do is you put your money away and let the money do its work. So yeah, guys, if you all enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate if you would share this video, because this video is something that I think so many people need to see. Share it with your son, your daughter, anybody. Like, even share with with elder people, like in their 30 pluses, because it's scary how financially illiterate the United States is. I think the mutual fund in general is probably better. Personally, I have both, because each of them have pros and cons. But yeah. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching today's video. I really do appreciate your support. Thank you all so much for sticking with me. But then again, just please, really, I really made this video just to help as many people as possible. So please do me a favor and just share this video with people. I really think it's gonna make a difference in their lives. So yeah, I really love you guys, and thank you again so much.